It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He's one of the league's best, currently 3rd in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Lions and the Packers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is... Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
In motion comes the tight end left. Love from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Love now. And that's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Daniels going to throw for it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Off the play fake, Daniels. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw now, here's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 62 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense.
Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Now a 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Love looking to throw it. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Dobbs goes in motion. Play fake. Here's Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Here's Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Now Love. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To throw is Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now an audible here into something else. Daniels looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Throwing. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. To the air goes Daniels. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Bates' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Powering his way forward. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. This is caught by Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Daniels. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A gain of 32 that time. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Ready up. Come on. Set. Bring it. Set go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Got it. Ready? Set.
Love from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Love now. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's the Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And he rifles one incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jaden Daniels from 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 29, Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Love work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Smash. Reload.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Love. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Being chased out, and the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith. Recorded 10 sacks on the season. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw this is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
A 57-yard gain. 1st down, Detroit.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Here's Daniels. Right side to Williams.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Packers' 1-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead. They go in
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Now 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
From 10 yards out.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They're quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
21.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So the Packers down by 4, 2:07 remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, Willis. Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
Here comes 2nd down.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Detroit.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So the focus shifts back to the Packers offense. Trailing by 4. 45 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Willis to Dobbs, and he holds it in.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Willis to throw.
Flush to his right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
One final try here for Willis.
Buying time. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Detroit, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.